What were you doing when you were 17 years old? Saving Darfur? Me neither. 2 years ago, when Danny Sexton was just 17 years old, he heard a terrible story. In Darfur, as women were leaving the safety of the refugee camps to collect wood for their evening cooking fires, they were being raped and murdered. Danny had an idea. Danny, tell me about that moment when you knew you had to do something.
Well, we were doing the Donuts for Darfur project, and it was the second one. And we were just, it was like, after the first one, we had, like, you know, a $635 sale. We sold out all these donuts and stuff. Like, people were just rushing up to the table and buying all these donuts like crazy. And we're like, wow, this is pretty incredible. So we tried the second one, and we sold twice as many. We sold $1,200 worth of donuts. And it was like the end of that day, and we had, like, just, like, 11 piles of 20s, and then a stack of hundreds this tall. And we're, like, looking at it, we're like, this can't stop. We got to keep doing this. And we kept doing it all throughout senior year. Just been an incredible ride all the way.
But wasn't there a conference that you went to where you heard a story about what was happening to the women in Darfur? Tell me how you felt at the conference when you thought to yourself, I have to do something for these women.
Right. There was actually, well, when we saw at this conference, a lot of people that were there were talking about, you know, stuff involved with Darfur and stuff, and they were organizing this fundraiser at the University of Cincinnati. So I went down to that. I was kind of helping organize that and such. And there was the pretty famous Darfur film called The Devil Came on Horseback. It's an independent film. And, you know, we're watching this, and it's just, you know, like horror scene after horror scene after horror scene, which, you know, it looks, you know, like any, you know, standard horror scene for a movie, except it's like real footage. People are actually being killed, you know, burning villages and stuff, just completely destroyed, decimated all across the, like, as far as the eye can see. Just, you know, it's like, this, you can't let this happen. You know, I can't just sit here and watch this movie and walk away from this and even, you know, throw a, you know, a $5 bill in the basket at the end and call it a day. Like, that's just not acceptable.
But you were just 17 years old. What made you think that you could start up an organization that would save people in Darfur from being raped and murdered? You were just 17.
Well, it wasn't so much that I thought I could start an organization. It was that, okay, you know, you get out of the fundraisers, like, okay, I can do something. Okay, what can I do? I can start a fundraiser. I can do one fundraiser. And so it's like, okay, well, that worked really well. It's kind of a step-by-step thing, and I didn't walk out with this big grandiose plan. Everything just kind of like, it's like a little step-by-step, like, well, I can do a little bit more. I can do a little bit more this time. I can do a little bit more. And that's how I got to, you know, where all of Concordia Humana is right now.
So you took one step at a time.
Right.
And what about now?
Well, I mean, we're still taking baby steps. We're trying to get some more chapters organized around at universities around the United States. As far as local operations, we've got some churches here in Cincinnati that have agreed to have Donuts for Darfur during the summer. You know, we're trying to build up our infrastructure, get 501c3 status with the IRS. We are, you know, just taking it one step at a time.
That's awesome, Danny. And why don't you tell people watching how they can help out if they'd like to?
Well, you can go to www.concordiahumana.org, and there's a big donate button. You can click on that. If you want to, I mean, if you really, really want to get involved, you could, there's also a Get Involved page where you can either, you know, sign up to help out with Donuts for Darfur if you are interested in starting your own chapter, or you could, you know, just give us a new idea, which we're always open to those too. The website is pretty much our portal for getting people involved with what we're doing.
Awesome. And just one last thing, $30 can send, why don't you tell the viewers, $30 can send what to Darfur?
$30 sends a set of 2 solar cookers to one family. That involves like labor with it, training, building the thing. So all costs included, teaching these families how to use it, is $30.
And how many have you sent to Darfur?
Approximately 600.
600 families you've saved.
Yes.
If you take a look at the bottom of your screen, people who are watching, if you take a look at the bottom of your screen, you'll see the website where Danny's organization operates, and you can donate just $30 to send 2 solar cookers to Darfur and help out the women and children and families in the country of Sudan. Okay? Thank you so much, Danny. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.